Hello everyone and welcome to the Crypto Nutrition YouTube channel, bringing you digestible crypto nutrition. So today guys, we're going to be talking about Lisk or LSK from the request of one of our subscribers. So Nelson, this one's for you. Also wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel so far. You guys are the best. And if you're new here, please do support the channel by subscribing, liking, sharing. It's all free and you'll be helping push the community and the crypto space forward. So without further ado, it's over to you, Desktop. So guys, this morning, what we're drinking, we have black coffee, no milk, no sugar, black coffee, no milk, no sugar. And what kind of coffee is it, guys? Always got that DeFi ground coffee, the best in the world. Also have a little turmeric tea here in the dad mug, but I'm not a dad and I don't go anywhere without my bottle of water. So guys, let's get into it. Lisk. Your gateway into blockchain. So Lisk is a blockchain application platform. We make blockchain accessible by creating a world in which everyone benefits from this technology. So they are essentially looking to enable the world. Whether you're an experienced developer or you're a new enterprise or an old enterprise, Lisk have built a platform for you to build your crypto application. So here on their white paper, they say that through Lisk, developers can build, publish, distribute and monetize their applications within a custom-built cryptocurrency-powered system. It utilizes custom blockchains, smart contracts, cloud storage, and computing nodes, all from within one industry solution. So if you imagine when websites were starting to get built, and obviously nowadays we have things like Wix and companies whereby you can quite easily build a web page. That would have looked so difficult when websites first came out, and it was so difficult. It was a skill and an industry within its own right. But now, as technology is developed, you can essentially put that power into the hands of everyone. And this is essentially what Lisk are trying to do, but for blockchain applications. So when you see not just crypto companies, but any companies looking to enable people and looking to add tools to individuals' arsenals, it's amazing to see. So what makes them unique? So Lisk envision a world in which everyone benefits from blockchain. So the sky's the limit here. They're not tied to one industry. Again, it's something that you really look for in these world-beating businesses is adaptability and cross-industry integration. Given this, the Lisk Foundation set itself the goal to inspire blockchain enthusiasts and developers alike. So they're looking to inspire people. So we'll dig into their community shortly, but they really do have something here. The ultimate goal is to bring talent into the blockchain industry by enabling you to participate in building the decentralized future with our products, whether you are a technical person or not. So again, that's a key bit, guys. Whether you are a technical person or not. So this is for everyone. You know, I'm not a developer. I don't know code. But so for someone to come along and create a platform like this, you can see endless use cases. So here on their website, you can see all the apps that have been built on Lisk. Now, just a quick note as well, every app built on Lisk is built on JavaScript, which is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. So this is immediately adoptable for the current marketplace of developers. So let's have a look at some of these applications. Lisk Bike, a decentralized bicycle sharing marketplace. Amazing. Lisk Roulette, a decentralized, fully deterministic game of roulette. And if you see this little on button here, you can actually demo each of the apps that have been built on Lisk. So let's have a little look, shall we? They've got a ticketing system here, currently working, amazing to see. A decentralized app to validate and control event attendees. Global Data Chain, a decentralized database for storing global data assets. Guys, there's such variety here, which again, is something that you want to see. You know, they're not just tying themselves to one industry. This is anyone in the world with any idea that they want to build on the blockchain. So cool to see. Again, these are applications that are working, that are built by the community, all enabled through Lisk. So Lisk are providing people with those tools, and then everyone's building on top of that. It's an amazing example of a well-run proof of concept ecosystem. So amongst the applications that Lisk have built is Lisk DAO. So DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So that essentially means that it's community governed and the hierarchy is based on both your stake in the company and your skill set and your contribution. So this is how communities should be run, essentially. It's giving the power back to the people. So here you can explore the DAOs and also create your own DAO, which is incredible. So in the developers section, you have access to all the kind of things they're doing, and you can really deep dive into what it means to be a developer on Lisk. I'm not going to pretend like I know the ins and outs of this stuff, but from a surface level and in a digestible way, this stuff looks really user-friendly, and I've not seen much like this on the marketplace. So you can go through all of their papers here and find out exactly how you can start building applications either for your business or to build into the Lisk ecosystem and community and earn money that way. So it's almost like enabling developers as entrepreneurs. Super cool. They also have their protocol roadmap clearly mapped out with symbols. I've not actually seen that before. So they go into what each symbol means, defined in research, drafted, in development, proposed, completed. And you can also go through all of their previously completed objectives, so you can see what they've been up to. There's a long list here of things that they've been doing, and that's super cool to see. So that's their software development kit, which is essentially the tool that developers use to build applications on Lisk. There's some of their documentation there, which we've been through. We've seen that they put up their protocol roadmap. The next thing I wanted to touch upon was their research, or Lisk improvement proposal, as they call it, or LIP. So they say here that they researched the future of blockchain. The milestones on Lisk's roadmap pave the way for the future of Lisk. All roadmap objectives first undergo a thorough research phase, including public discussion, gathering community input, and reviews of all proposed changes. So that goes back to these 6 points here. Someone will come up with an objective. It will then go to this research phase. Then once it's drafted, the proposal goes to further review. Then it's in development. So once it's been reviewed and accepted, it starts getting developed. Then it gets proposed. So this is essentially the implementation of it onto the Lisk betanet or testnet, and then it's completed. So the Lisk mainnet accepted the proposal and the objective has been completed. So each proposal goes through these 6 defined stages, which ensures that everything being listed has gone through the right review process. It all works, and before it hits the mainnet, it's had enough IOs in it to prove that it works for Lisk. So the research that's carried out, as we said before, is structured in the Lisk improvement proposal, or LIP process. So the LIP is a document that technically defines a change in the Lisk protocol, so an implementation or non-technical process surrounding Lisk. The Lisk improvement proposal describes the requirements, rationale, and motivation for making the change. So they have these guidelines set out. If anyone wants to change anything, anyone can put anything forward, so the stakeholders in the ecosystem can review and make the change if they deem necessary. Here you can see the LIP directory, so you can literally go through all of the proposals made and where they are with them. Really cool. And again, this is exactly what ecosystems should be like. If you imagine the example of, say, a local council, there are people that are asking the local councils to do things all the time. And if anyone's ever done that, the process is super slow. It's hard to get through to people. It's almost like an outdated system. There are sort of too many people that rely on too few people to make changes to their community. And if you imagine this as kind of like a technical version of that, they've nailed it. Anyone can put proposals forward. It's all quick. It's all easy. It's all on the blockchain. It's all there for everyone to see. And this is how things should be run. So next we'll look at the bug bounty program. So we saw this in the VeChain video yesterday, but essentially the bounty program rewards anyone for finding bugs in the Lisk ecosystem. So really cool to see. Again, this is for anyone to plug in and improve the network and earn money doing it. Here's the remuneration. So this is how much people can earn from simply finding bugs. So you can earn up to 5,000 Swiss francs. So then we have the builders program, receive funding for your proof of concept. So this was a program that they had in place last year. It says here that they've decided to take a break from the Lisk Builders program, but essentially the Lisk Builders program provided a financial incentive for developers to build proof of concept blockchain applications using the Lisk SDK. So last year they had 14 multinational participants who built some really awesome applications on Lisk. So here's Lisk Bike, a tool that allows anyone to participate in the bike sharing economy. So cool. Here's Chronicler, Moracle, VeChain. There's some really cool applications in here, guys. I recommend you take a look through that. But again, they've currently stopped this program for the time being, not sure why. So let's have a little look into the LSK token. So it's a utility token. It's used to pay transaction fees on the Lisk blockchain. Initial distribution was 100 million LSK since 2016, and they are incentivizing people to secure it. The incentivization is part of every new block and cannot be changed. It's called a block reward. The LSK token is also disinflationary. So while the block reward started out with 5 LSK for every new block, the algorithm behind decreases it every year by 1 LSK, which means the value of your LSK is going to be going up. So really good tokenomics here, guys. And with the potential for the amount of applications that are being built and have been built and can be built on this ecosystem, I think it's fair to say that LSK tokens will just increase as they keep getting more and more applications plugged in. Because they're enabling people, the scope for the types of projects is essentially endless. Like, they could have the next Amazon built on their blockchain. They could have the next Uber. And as soon as they start getting these types of applications, and as soon as blockchain starts becoming mass adopted around the world, it's only going to increase their exposure and the exposure of their applications. And if you look into their applications, a lot of them are real problem-solving applications. Not to mention the fact that they have a toolkit for existing enterprises to build blockchain applications into their current businesses. So they're enabling an entirely new marketplace to come forward, not just experienced entrepreneurs, but inexperienced developers. So it's all kind of stacking up here for LSK. We can see here as well, they're available on multiple platforms. Always good to see, especially when you see sort of Binance pop up. They have an LSK wallet already available now on desktop or mobile, and provide the most secure and easiest way to access your LSK, and are constantly being improved with new features. And of all the companies I've come across, I trust LSK to be coming up with really cool new features, really cool new applications. So definitely one to look into. So they also have this enterprises section on their website. You can see obviously they are more geared towards developers, and they have a lot of resources with regards to that. But what makes this so exciting is it's not just for developers. Again, they've built on top of that. This is for existing businesses and new businesses to come forward and get ahead of the game here in terms of blockchain applications for their businesses. So they have a load of information here on the blockchain. You can learn about the blockchain. They list all the benefits of the blockchain for enterprises. So transparency, trust, efficiency, security, traceability, reduced cost. These are all things that we've reviewed a lot in previous videos, guys. But this page here essentially shows why the blockchain is so necessary, why the blockchain is going to be the next big thing, and how we're all so early to this space. And you can get started with it now. Accessible, flexible, delegated proof of stake consensus, which basically means that those with the most stake in the company, those that care the most about the company, govern it. And JavaScript, as we said before, one of the world's most popular programming languages, if not the most popular. So you can literally get started with this today. And here they show you exactly how you can do that. Again, I'm not even going to pretend like I know anything about this or how to do this. But if you do, if you're a developer and you've used this program or you've looked into this, I'd really like to know what you think. So comment down below. Let me know what you think of Lisk. If you're a developer or anyone that's invested in it, let me know what you think down in the comment section. So they go on to talk about blockchain in industries, the supply chain. This is huge. We did mention this in the VeChain video. This is essentially what VeChain are all about. It's improving the supply chain through blockchain technology by guaranteeing the authenticity of products, establishing trust between vendors and suppliers. So again, stops counterfeiting, stops tampering, everything's there, everything's clear, everything's transparent from the company to the user and all the intermediaries in between. So leading on from that is the public sector, how blockchain can benefit governments, digital payments, land registration, identity management, taxation, all these kind of things the blockchain can improve. So financial services, this is all about DeFi, real estate, when properties are sold or bought, all the information is there in one. I don't want to go into these things too much, guys, you can read into them, but essentially it just shows again the scope of Lisk. They're not tied to one industry, and it also, I guess, shows the scope of blockchain in general. This is going to revolutionize the way that we live and interact with each other, the way that we govern our communities, the way that we carry out business. It's going to be awesome, guys. And of course, their community. So they say here, a place to connect. Get involved with a vibrant community of enthusiasts and builders, explore the projects built, and help create lists together. And this is again what you see across a load of projects, is such strong communities. And the developer community is a strong community anyway. And this is just basically bringing them together on a foundation of blockchain applications. So really, really cool to see. They list some of their community heroes. They have Lisk centers across the world, co-working spaces, events, incubators for Lisk-based projects around the world. So this is amazing to see, guys. They actually have physical locations around the world feeding into the ecosystem. And again, they list here some of their developer tools. So everyone is contributing here. Community resources. Really cool, guys. I highly recommend you have a little look into this one. So just to touch upon one of those physical sites, light curve. So this is their hub in Berlin. We're on a mission to build a robust and accessible ecosystem of developer tools and user interfaces for Lisk. So again, that goes back to the word enabling, building trust for people who want to extend their field of work to blockchain. And here, which I think is the most important one, have real impact on the world. We see beyond the idealism of blockchain. So essentially they see the actual utility and application of blockchain in the real world. Not only do they see that, they're enabling it and facilitating it. So this is their team. I couldn't find a great deal on these guys on LinkedIn. However, it says here that Max Kordek has been involved in blockchain technology since 2012. So these guys look like they have extensive experience. I did read as well that on their board of advisors was Charles Hoskinson of Cardano and previously of Ethereum. So some of the names that are plugged into this project are industry big hitters, and it's really good to see. So just to touch upon some of their social media here, guys, they do have a YouTube channel with lots of really good information here. So I recommend you check that out. It's always really good to see them engaging on YouTube. On Twitter, I thought we had the world-beating community of VeChain, but Lisk have challenged that, 84.8k followers. So the community here is huge, and you can understand why. Again, this is about developers. This is a huge community, and I'm not surprised to see this. They're super engaged here. So they're always listing their latest developments. They have a lot of involvement from their team. So here, Max Kordek, Ask Me Anything. Again, development progress update, Ask Max Anything. So they're super engaged here, guys, and it's really, really good to see. And again, if you do want to follow projects, always hit that follow button and the notifications, and you can track what they're doing in real time. So how have Lisk been performing over the last few days, months, and years? So they're currently sitting on $3.25. They've seen tremendous growth in the last 30 days. They've 2x'd. But when you look at the bigger picture, the chart doesn't look great in terms of their current position in this bull run. And you could read that two ways. You could say, yeah, they've got potential to go back up and reach their kind of mid 30s. You can see here, they haven't really got started yet in this bull run. So personally, I see this as huge potential and a good time to get in, but let me know what you think. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Currently sitting at 111 as well. I'm surprised they're not in the top 100, given the strength of their product, the applicability, and how far they've come already. So let's have a look at the trading view chart, guys. So we've set the Fibonacci tool to a local high back in February 2019, which was around the $2.90 mark. That's all we get on trading view, unfortunately. But we do see some significance using these fib levels. So we can see here that they're looking to go up and challenge the 1.414 level. And there were significant touches at this level back in February this year. Obviously, everything dropped off and the market dumped, and they have now started to regain some strength here, closing a number of days above that local high in 2019. So it's looking good here, guys. And also we could definitely draw a symmetrical triangle here. So we'll be looking to come and close a candle outside this resistance level. And if we can, I wouldn't be surprised to see this push on and challenge that 1.414. So potentially you'll be looking for an entry price around here, but we just want to see what happens here. Don't rush into any trades, take your time. And in my opinion, only jump into this trade if you really like the project. And if you do really like the project, in my opinion, there is no bad time to invest. Get exposure to it, because if you're in it for the long term, then there's money to be made. That's not financial advice. So guys, that was my review on Lisk. So Lisk is a platform that's enabling businesses, developers, and people to build applications easily on the blockchain. What's exciting about Lisk is that there are no limits to the type of people and businesses that can build blockchain applications. It's accessible and adoptable for everyone. These are the kind of projects that I think are going to do really well in the long term because of their applicability to the real world and because they're essentially enabling skill sets and providing a community and platform to exercise this. They're trading at around $3 at the moment and they've hit around $34. So there could be a lot of potential left for them in this bull run. Definitely one to watch and definitely a really cool project. So I hope I did the project justice. This one was for you, Nelson. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit up that like button. Please share where you can. Follow me on Twitter @CryptoNutrition. And guys, I'll see you on the next one.